Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are around the world. This is Titans of the Ring coming at you live Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week. We are live now for what is going to be an action-packed show for you tonight here at the Sean Walton Junior High School. I am excited. I don't know about you, St. Sins. I am the Titan Rising. I am Casey coming at you here for commentary. Up first in our opening match. Tell us a little bit about this pairing, this tandem.
Yeah, so in our opening match, we have Fenton Ferris, the always fab one, versus Beanz Sung. Then up after that, we have Alexis Slater taking on Celeste. Alexis Slater has been on a hot streak as of late, though she has ran into some trouble getting in the middle between of Ronan and Inyo. In a handicap match, we have Deacon Price, the mad biker himself, versus the Carnival of Chaos. I don't know if I feel bad for him for being in a handicap match or them for having to go up against Deacon.
I wouldn't want to face Deacon. Cara Degada versus Mascara Lada in another tune-up match heading in to Stairway to Stardom. Cara Degada has booked herself a one-way ticket to the show.
Yep. In our main event for the night, Jacob Cass and the Silver Stallions, as they call themselves, Stallions University versus Bryson Teller and High Rise. What an action-packed six-man main event we have.
Just a little bit on the Cara Degada. She does have an opponent chose, but they are not announced. Booking committee says they have someone for her, and she will learn her opponent that night at the same time as all the rest of us.
Very interesting.
Very Inyo sounding, but we know it's not Inyo because Inyo's got Ronan to continue with. But remember, you can watch us every week here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, if you do miss an episode of Titans of the Ring, you can find it here on YouTube or catching us on Twitter when we post the replay. You can also join the Discord if you want to chat with us after hours and be a little more knowledgeable or understanding of Titans. You feel free to ask any questions in the Discord.
Yeah, and on the YouTube, K2 Gaming KY, you can watch back all of the previous Titans of the Ring episodes, but we have other gameplay videos up there on K2 Gaming KY as well, such as Pokemon, A Plague Tale, and Resident Evil 4. Yep. Yes. And out comes the always fab Fenton Ferris in this opening match. Beanz Sung has had a wonderful, wonderful time here in Titans of the Ring as far as matches go.
An excellent start to that young career.
Yeah, he's got some wins up in his win column, in his wins and losses. He's had a main event match against Jacob Cass, and now we're seeing him take on a veteran in Fenton Ferris, who himself has one of the highest win-loss records here in Titans of the Ring. So it's awesome seeing these two in action in the opening match.
It absolutely is going to be fantastic. Fenton Ferris is one half of the matchup at Stairway to Stardom that will compete for that new, beautiful, purple-strapped Twitch Championship. I got to take a look at it today, and I have to tell you, you all are going to be astounded at the beauty that is that wonderful prize. And this man here is one of the two men that have a shot for it.
Yes, Fenton Ferris. Last week we saw him and Deacon take on. They took on each other as tag team partners. As KJM, we had realized he had not shown up. We had seen them tag together, and now
that actually was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Last week we saw him in the main event against Andre Robinson.
He took a surprising loss there. Not something you want to take heading into the Stairway to Stardom, but
if he puts up a good showing here tonight, he will be able to regain that momentum going into that Twitch Championship match against Deacon.
Something I'm always impressed with, that hair.
Yes.
That long, flowing dreads of Mr. Fenton Ferris.
All natural, I heard.
All natural.
Yeah. But we saw Beanz Sung right out the gate with an eye poke to Fenton Ferris. Beanz Sung, very competitive spirit, fun-loving guy, but he knows how to get rough in the ring when he has to in order to pick up that win.
A little bit of a mean streak, I do have to say.
And I think that's something that Fenton Ferris is going to respect in him as an opponent tonight, seeing them go head-to-head.
Look at the strength of Beanz Sung bridging out of that now into a back bridge himself.
That backslide right there was able to get him a 2 count. Oh, Fenton Ferris to the ground. I thought Beanz Sung had him, but he scissor whipped him to the side. Discus clothesline there, and a boot to Fenton Ferris puts him on the ground. Now, us here at Titans of the Ring, we just want to give a special thank you to the employees and the board at the Sean Waltman Junior High School for allowing us to run our matches here for the past few months. It has been an excellent time. If you're not aware, Titans of the Ring is moving onto new pastures, as Stairway to Stardom will mark the first time that we run our shows outside of Sean Waltman Junior High School. And for the weekly television to come, well, we won't be in the high school anymore, but we do want to thank them for allowing us to run our shows for the past 3 months.
We do look forward to touring around the region, seeing various different things that will be to come here for Titans Onwards and Upwards. My dear friends, we are going to see a new great arena, just like Fenton Ferris just saw that big boot from Beanz Sung. Beanz Sung calling his opponent to his feet. What is up, Code Red? You are just in time, my friend. We are live and in charge. You're getting to see the first match here, Beanz Sung versus Fenton Ferris. Remember, here on Titans of the Ring, we are an interactive stream where you will get to hear and be a part of the show. There will be conversation. You can be just as much of the show.
That was a hard elbow there from Beanz Sung. These two have been going hard at it. He's got him back in the ring now. He knows that he cannot win this match outside the ring, at least not decisively.
Beanz Sung stalking his opponent, goes in. Oh my gosh, that knee face buster.
Tried to go for a clothesline there. Fenton Ferris ducked under. Jawbreaker from Beanz Sung.
Beanz Sung going to the top. Knocks Ferris back. Could this be the opening? And it is. Oh, but he crashes and burns. That is not what you want whenever you're the young type like Beanz Sung.
Fenton Ferris was firm in his stance there. Beanz Sung grabbed a hold of him, but he dropped to the mat. Fenton Ferris didn't go down with him.
The new matches are going to be held in the new Titans complex. We're quite excited to announce that. You will get to see that the first time outside of Stairway to Stardom, which also happens to be the first show held at the complex.
Yep. Stairway to Stardom, and going forward, you're going to see new venues, new buildings, and hopefully there we can keep growing, pull in more audiences. It's going to be absolutely awesome. And remember, if you want to come live, you want to see Titans of the Ring in person, go to titansofthering.card.co, and you can buy some tickets as we're touring through Kentucky, through Virginia, through Ohio, through Tennessee, through the whole region, and you can come see Titans live.
I will tell you that we were lucky enough to land a nice little venue in Pikeville, Kentucky that we are now calling the Titans Complex. And that's, as we said, where Stairway to Stardom is going to be held. You're not going to want to miss that event, 6 p.m. this Saturday. We have sold a ton of tickets. I cannot believe the gate that we are looking at. It has absolutely flabbergasted us. But Titans is onwards and upwards, my dear friends. We are seeing our first gate, over 1,500 people. If the tickets sold are any representation of the turnout we're going to see.
Fenton Ferris getting a 2 count there. We saw him with that springboard clothesline and a backbreaker there from Fenton Ferris. Beanz Sung is putting up one hell of a fight, but Fenton Ferris, I think he might have his number.
Yeah, I think Fenton Ferris is definitely making sure that he is well known that this is going to be in his bag. He's going to try to win this. He needs to win this. I'd hate to go into Stairway to Stardom in a championship match on 2 losses in a row, especially after losing to Andre Robinson. And speaking of Andre Robinson, I've heard that there's been rumblings in the back that he's not happy that his name isn't on the Stairway to Stardom card.
Yeah, and the fact that he got an impressive win over Fenton Ferris really says something about that. Because Andre Robinson, with one of the highest win-loss records in the company, he's been on a little bit of a losing streak. But being put in the main event and then delivering should give him that opportunity, yeah? You would think the booking committee would have to be considering.
That was one of the things that all the wrestlers were promised, that if you get wins in high-profile matches, you will keep appearing. That was the deal that we struck with our wrestlers, is that if you can keep outperforming and putting on a show and pulling in a crowd, we'll just keep getting higher. I cannot believe, going back to when we talked pure numbers though, the first show we ran had just about 150 people. There was a lot of empty seats here in the Shaw Walton Junior High School, but tonight, I cannot believe it, we are running at about 650 people in attendance. That's outstanding. We've only been here for almost 3 months, and we've seen such an exceptional increase. I'm humbled to say the least, but I got to tell you that about 7 minutes has elapsed in this matchup between Beanz Sung and Fenton Ferris. And the Always Fab one has unfortunately not been able to keep up with Beanz Sung in some ways. We talked about Fenton Ferris maybe having the number of the young guy. Maybe we got to start thinking that the young guy's got the number of the veteran.
Yeah, these two are working so well off of one another. The way they move around the ring, they seem to have a counter for each other at every turn. Once you think that one's got the momentum, then comes the other one. Back and forth between these two.
What is up, Hill Kev? Thank you for hopping in. How was your evening, my friend? You're here for the opening bout. Beanz Sung, the young rookie, has coated and color-coded by that blue set of tights. The rookies in Titans of the Ring are required to wear blue tights against the Always Fab one, the veteran Fenton Ferris, the man that is going to be taking on Deacon Price.
Oh, look at that springboard hurricane Rana right off the top rope, bringing Beanz Sung down. What a maneuver. We
do have to say thank you to one Hill Kevin. As you can see in that upper right-hand corner of your screen, just below the camera, you can see that our goal for followers is higher than it's ever been. We have 178. We are 22 away from the 200 mark, and when that 200 mark hits, me and this boy right here, tat time.
Gotta get tats. Scissor whip off the top rope brings down Beanz Sung. I think he's out. Fenton Ferris thinking about his next move.
I think Ferris wants to make sure that Beanz Sung is absolutely out, and there is that fabulous heel kick. Beanz Sung is done for. Fenton Ferris called his shot and now is heading back on the winning side, heading into Stardom to take on Deacon Price for that Twitch championship. That beautiful purple strapped gold belt. Oh my gosh, it's a sight to see.
What tats are we getting, Code Red? We are going to be getting the Silver Stallion horse head tattoos. That is what we'll be doing, and if all goes right, we will be doing that live on stream for you guys to see. Please don't judge me if I cry like a baby. I don't have any tattoos.
Oh, I'm gonna bawl. But you know what's not gonna make me bawl? How excited Code Red's about to get. Alexis Slater versus Celeste. Here we go. One-on-one action here in our women's division on Titans of the Ring. You see Celeste already in the ring.
Is that new gear?
I think that is new gear. Usually she has on like a greenish color.
Now she's wearing red. Alexis Slater coming out. You see her sporting that Silver Stallions ball cap. As we recently learned that she has joined up with Adrian Flynn and Andrew Sullivan and their mentor Jacob Cass as part of Stallions University little training program to help up-and-coming wrestlers in Titans of the Ring. Alexis Slater being the first student in Stallions University.
Slater on top, baby. We'll see how it goes. The little punk rocker from here in the state of Kentucky, from Whitesburg, Kentucky, the punk rock queen.
Like I said before, Alexis Slater, she has had a massive momentum this past month. The only deterrence is she had a #1 contenders match that was interrupted by Yenne, and she was not able to get that victory because of her.
And she was right on the precipice of it. Yenne both got disqualified in the fight for the right, and caused the distraction or the disqualification in that #1 contenders bout. But Alexis was so close to having both of those matches won before Yenne made sure that Alexis would not book her ticket to Stardom, at least not to face for the championship.
Yeah, during last week's match, her right to fight match against Yenne smacked her with that, it was with a chair. He beat her down with the chair. Luckily, it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Ronan came out and made the save, her illustrious return to Titans of the Ring. And it was voted on by the women's locker room that Ronan should be the woman to go on to face Yenne for the Titans Women's Championship.
We are excited to have the backing of the women's division behind Ronan. Ronan getting that opportunity for revenge on the woman who has made her life hard 4 months, literally since the start of Titans.
Ronan had been out for about the past month after Beat the Heat because of Yenne, because of the attack during the match where she beat her down that injured her ribs. But Ronan was able to make her return. It was a very hasty one, making the save for Alexis Slater, and now she will be going on to face Yenne.
I also have to point out that new white and gold gear made it look like Yenne had saw a ghost in the Ronin, but the Warrior's way is going to be seen in Stardom as she takes on Yenne, and we hope to see that opportunity for Ronin to maybe come back and capture the championship that she was so close and probably more deserving of.
Absolutely. Alexis Slater has had an impressive performance here tonight. You saw that off the top rope. She went for a pin, but it only got a 2 count.
How's it going, Kickstand? Thank you for tuning in. Here we are on match 2. Alexis Slater, one of the faces of our women's division, taking on Celeste. Alexis Slater hoping to continue the momentum in her winning ways from this month after learning to team up with the Stallions University. She has gained so much more prowess in the ring. It's impressive to see what once was a rookie that is now skyrocketing her way up the card and showing
up on the top rope again.
Is this going to be that moonsault? It is! Oh my gosh, that rotation. Code Red says, let's go,
1,
mommy.
2. Oh, and she
so
kicked
close. That should have been it. That moonsault is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that high angle moonsault off the top rope. I'm surprised that Celeste was able to kick out of that one.
Alexis staying on Celeste. No room to breathe. Oh, that kick to the gut.
You are absolutely right, not giving a single moment for Celeste to recover. That's what she's going to have to do to wear her down to make sure she can pick up this victory for herself.
I have heard that Fairly Grim's favorite move is a good moonsault.
Absolutely. Beautiful athletic prowess from Alexis Slater. Don't see anybody else moving around quite the way that she does with that moonsault, especially at that height.
Unfortunately, the loudmouth of the South that doesn't really have anything good to say has appeared in the chat.
But he did for Alexis Slater, which is quite the surprise considering she's more good-natured than some of the people that Russell Ryan advocates for.
Now, Russell Ryan back in the chat here. We will see him declare who his first set of clients. I'm not reading that one out loud.
Wait. She's got it.
Oh, the welcome to Wattsburg. 1, 2.
And 3.
Oh,
that is it. Alexis Slater with an impressive victory over Celeste. The former actress took a hard loss against this woman. A well-deserved victory for Alexis Slater and Stallions University.
You have to think with the winning ways, no matter who comes out of Stardom, that Alexis has to stand a chance of getting a shot at some point in time. But here we see the handicap match presented by Mythos Technology. We are going to see the Carnival of Chaos, Flint Finkel, Silence taking on the biker, the bad man, the street wise boxer, Deacon Price.
Yeah, those fists of fury from the mad biker. I feel bad for Silence and Flint Finkel having to go up against him because I'm going to be honest, I think he might rip him to shreds.
Are we getting more new gear? Why is he in black and white? Where's the green and pink?
Well, the Bosom Buddies, I guess they're now in matching gears. They're coming into this tag team division. Don't know how it's going to fare. They might look a little better, but I think the result might be the same.
I have this belief that Silence probably boxed Flint Finkel into new gear.
Probably. Russell Ryan said that he may have to have a sit-down conversation with Alexis Slater momentarily after another favorite of mine destroys some clowns like Mr. Titan Rising.
Oh, you can keep flapping that jaw, but I don't think Alexis needs your help. I think she's getting plenty from Stallions University, and as we can see, she's on her winning ways without you.
Whoa! What is
happening?
Andre Robinson is attacking the Mad Biker. What is he doing?
I think he's sending a statement. He's not on Stardom. He wants to be on Stardom. He defeated Fenton Ferris, and now he's attacking the other half of that matchup, the Mad Biker, Deacon Price.
He's beating the heck out of Deacon. Deacon can't even defend himself. He got attacked from behind.
Oh my God.
A power slam. You saw his leg clip that equipment box there. Throwing him right into the side of it. Andre Robinson's got him down on the ground now. He's beating the heck out of him.
The ground and pound coming out there. Deacon not even able to protect himself. Oh my gosh.
Andre Robinson's making his way down to the ring now. What is he doing?
This is not sanctioned. Is he about to attack the Carnival?
What's going on? He's up in the corner. He said he's fighting. The referee doesn't know what to do. He's just calling it.
Booking committee said go. Booking committee said go.
So I guess Andre Robinson is now taking the reins of this handicap match. And I feel like in a handicap match that wouldn't be a smart idea, but Andre Robinson is looking to make an example out of everybody.
They said card subject to change. I just didn't think it was subject to change immediately.
And look at him beating down on Silence.
I think he's trying to silence the mom. Oh my God.
And taking down Flint Finkel now, throwing him off the apron.
I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but I agree with you, Russell Ryan. The tenacity, you have to appreciate it from old Andre Robinson. Trying to get his favor back with his mentor, Bryson Teller. Andre's been on somewhat of a losing streak, capped off by a couple big wins here recently to get himself back in the good graces. But you know Teller's still not happy that Andre's let him down so many times. So Andre's, I guess, out to prove, and I can only think that if he's attacking, he's beaten Fenton and he's attacked Deacon. Do you think he's trying to worm his way into that one-on-one bout for the Twitch Championship?
Well, if the booking committee was willing to sanction him replacing Deacon in this handicap match after he beat him down, I think they want to see where this goes.
I mean, last week we saw one of the best, definitely on this underhanded nonsense from Taylor. Yeah, you absolutely have to believe that. But we saw what might have been one of the best main events in weekly, as far as the weekly show goes, ever. From Andre Robinson versus Fenton Ferris.
You flip-flop more than a politician? That's what Russell Ryan had to say about you?
Hey, listen, even a broken clock is right twice today, and unfortunately, you're pretty broken, my friend.
How is he not breaking his knuckles punching Flint Finkel there? That helmet has to be doing something, right?
I'll be honest with you, I gotta think he doesn't even care.
Some shots right to the face of Flint Finkel. Andre Robinson fired up, ready to tear apart these Dark Carnival members here. Fisherman suplex. Oh my gosh. You saw the airtime that Flint Finkel had. He's just going to let him tag in. Flint Finkel was dragging, crawling to get to his opponent. Andre Robinson, come on in then. Oh man, Silence taking him down with a quick drop kick. Look, he's getting fired up now. Oh no.
Oh, that TKO knee to face buster.
And that is it. Andre Robinson takes the win over both Silence and Flint Finkel.
I can tell you one thing. Outside of being attacked, I bet Deacon Price is T.O. because that was his winner's purse.
Absolutely. We know that Deacon Price, money is one thing that he cares so much about, considering his street fighting background. So I don't think he's going to be happy about that one. But I think that the booking committee, they're going to have to consider the fact that Andre Robinson is a shoe-in for this Twitch Championship match now. Yeah?
It's almost going to have to be. I can't imagine a world where that doesn't happen.
But for this one, I can't even tell if it's something that Andre Robinson set out to do to send a message and get his place on the card, or something that Bryson Tiller orchestrated to make sure that he made it there.
That he does have one of the most devastating finishers in all of Titans of the Ring. I definitely do not believe Deacon's going to let that one slide. He's going to be after Andre. But next up is our next women's matchup. We're so lucky to get to bring you two here tonight. Mascara Alada versus Cara Delgado. Man, that's a mouthful to say.
Absolutely. But if there's anything that I love more than a good old-fashioned wrestling match, it's a good old-fashioned luchador, lucha libre match. These two luchadoras are going to put on a clinic here on Titans of the Ring.
I can't believe that the clock's right yet again, but Deacon is all about the money. And I could imagine if the dollar is right, he could forgive the actions of Andre Robinson, but I highly doubt it. I mean, he cost him money here tonight.
Deacon was able to team up pretty well with Fenton Ferris. And
Are you kidding me? Team up well with Fenton Ferris? He didn't lift one finger in that match.
You saw it. You saw the celebration at the end. They were definitely a cohesive unit. Deacon made sure that they got the victory, and that's all you could need for a good team, right?
Then Deacon tried to steal the spotlight.
Mascara Alada with a beautiful German suplex there on Cara Delgado, sending her down to the mat. Now an Irish whip against the ropes, and tossing her up into the air. That was some good air time that Cara Delgado had there.
Mascara Alada working her way around Cara Delgado in the corner now. Mascara putting both of her hands on her, pulling her in.
I think Mascara Alada thought that Cara was going to slide out to recover, but she ended up going to the corner instead. Hurricanrana to Cara Delgado brings her down. Now, Cara Delgado is another one who had recently been in the business of Inyo, I guess you could say, because of that #1 Contenders match. She was one of the women who got beat down by Inyo to make sure that nobody else could take her on at Stardom.
Cara did manage to score herself a match at the Stairway to Stardom, but her opponent is unknown, and I'm being told that there was an advocate for her opponent, and all things will be revealed at Stairway to Stardom. And I'm a bit nervous when I hear there's an advocate. And I'm hearing that someone's going to announce their first client or client. Could the, oh my gosh, the loudmouth of the South.
Can't argue with the clock. Time is of the essence. Russell Ryan presents Stairway to Stardom. No way. No way. This is a K2 gaming function. Russell Ryan isn't presenting anything other than who his lackluster clientele will be.
Oh my God.
Beautiful senton from the rope. 1, 2. Didn't put it away there. Almost had her with that senton from the outside. Now Cara DeGata going back out. Was maybe considering something. Mascara was getting up, so she decided to go for something else. Maybe she shouldn't have, because Mascara's got her now in a backslide pin.
1. Oh, no. Quick kick out there by Cara. The two women stare off at each other, ready to go. Mascara with those kicks. I wonder, is the outfit of Mascara... Man, I'm all about the fashion tonight, apparently. Is the outfit of Cara or Mascara Alada, do you think she wears that intentionally for when she's under the bright lights to blind her opponents? Because I'm telling you right now, that is some shiny
Oh
get-up.
my gosh. Did you see the air she got on that one for that DDT?
That was extremely impressive by Mascara Alada.
And just a 1 count. That had to be the adrenaline talking, because I don't know how anybody could have kicked out at least at 1.
Mascara Alada takes to the air there with that tope suicida, taking out Cara DeGata. What a fantastic move there. This bout is heating up. Nearly 4 minutes has elapsed, and these two women are going at it, and they are going hard. You know Cara does not want to take a loss here if she's facing someone that she doesn't even know who her opponent is. You know she's going to want to make sure that she's in the win column, so she has all the momentum heading into the match.
Absolutely. Cara DeGata and Mascara Alada are putting on a clinic, fitting about 30 minutes, a half hour's worth of action in, we're not even 4 minutes in. Standing moonsault.
I can confirm something, and it's beautiful, my friend. Alexa Slater in a backstage segment was asked if she was the Russell Ryan client. And they said that she has never laughed harder in her life. And said absolutely under no circumstances she would rather have her contract terminated with Titans and retire than be a Russell Ryan client.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
That would have been her, maybe one of her only ways to getting onto our big show, but that was beautiful in my opinion.
What is Cara DeGata doing here now? Oh
my gosh.
Running kick right to the face of Mascara.
Even K2 Gaming has a price. Well, you know, that may be true, but I'm pretty close with the owner of K2 Gaming, and I would have to say I doubt that they would take whatever counterfeit bills you're printing in your mama's basement, Russell Ryan.
Cara DeGata was not able to get the 3 count there over Mascara. Mascara kicked out from that big boot in the corner. Now Cara DeGata's got something else on her mind. Another one of those flipping sentons. Is that it? Landing like a cat right on her feet and brings down Mascara.
Oh my goodness, what a fantastic match. Cara DeGata now with some momentum heading in to that match at Stairway to Stardom.
Yes, she's going into the biggest show with some momentum. She might not know who her opponent is, but I hope her opponent's watching, because that was one heck of a performance from Cara DeGata.
Why would anyone want to let out the best kept secret before Russell Ryan says that he's presenting Stairway to Stardom? Because he is absolutely not. K2 Gaming is presenting Stairway to Stardom by way and by help of Mythos Technology and Fairly Grim Design Company. You know, Stairway to Stardom has a few benefactors, and none of them are named Russell Ryan.
But you know what I am excited about?
This main event.
A 6-man tag main event, one of the first of its kind in Titans of the Ring. We are getting to see the first of Stallions University taking on Bryson Teller, the Titans regional champion, and High Rise, the Titans tag team champion.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
coming out all together in unison. Stallions University.
Welcome in, Doodlebop. It's good to see you tonight, my friend. Just in time for the main event match.
Stallions University coming out to take on High-Rise and Bryson Teller. I'm not so sure that I like the odds for their opposing team because these guys look like $1 million.
Man, they look focused. They look ready. Usually Adrian's running around. He's jumping. He's hopping up. But I've never seen him this focused. Look at the focus in the eyes.
And I think that's because these three men know what is at stake if they lose this match. The other team, they're all champions. They already have the advantage going into Stairway to Stardom. These men have everything to lose if they don't win here tonight. That momentum, they need it if they're going to be facing off against Bryson Teller and High-Rise.
High-Rise and the Stallions will hook it up in a tag team bout at Stairway to Stardom, but not just any old tag team bout, a ladder match.
Yes.
The metaphorical stairway to their stardom of winning the tag team championships. But Jacob Cass will take on his, biggest foe so far here.
Yeah, Bryson Teller's quite the nemesis for Jacob Cass. But, oh my gosh, look at the championships on these guys. We've not seen them too much on Titans of the Ring. These guys said that they're all about that money. They are prize fighters. So, if they're going to be showing up on the show, they better be getting paid well. We saw them leave for vacation after their championship win to celebrate, and they came back from vacation and attacked their challengers in the parking lot last week.
He had on flip-flops. He
suplexed Andrew Sullivan in flip-flops. I do have to say that it was quite impressive.
I heard he got mad after because one of his the thing that goes between your toes broke and you had to buy a new pair. That was $2 ones from the dollar store.
Goodness. They may be all about the prize fighting, but if that's the case, then they're cheap. Titans Regional Champion Bryson Teller won half of the main event of Stairway to Stardom. And speaking of people that look like $1 million, this guy right here, the Outlaw, the Bulldog from Boston, Bryson Teller, coming in with that duster and that Titans Regional Championship in his hand, holding it high above his head here. Look at that.
They might be taking a little bit from Bryson Teller because I've heard him tell more than one rookie in the back, remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you save.
It's true.
Because unfortunately, the pro wrestling business is not one that is easy on the body, and it has a very short shelf life. And Bryson Teller is one lucky enough to continue wrestling for long periods of time. But the reason he is so well off is because he knows how to make sure that he keeps the dollar he dues in the bank account. And maybe that's what High-Rise were doing. That's why good old Rhett Bishop doesn't want to pay more than a couple bucks for it. Oh my gosh, Jacob Cass turning his attention to Bryson Teller. But that was just enough of a second or two there to let Rhett Bishop get back into control.
I think there's a major difference between the attitude with High-Rise and Bryson Teller. If I'm being completely honest, we're seeing this tag team match already breaking down. Andrew Sullivan in the ring, trying to help out Jacob Cass as they tag in Rhett Bishop. But as far as that mentality, for High-Rise, I think it's this whole thing about them not taking their competition seriously. Bryson Teller, he knows that he's the main event. He knows that he is the marquee match on the card that people are going to be paying attention to. So he comes to the big shows. He shows up when it matters, and he defends his championship, and does so in stellar fashion. You've seen his matches at Bluegrass Brawl. You saw them at Beat the Heat. You have seen the performances he puts on.
He, in the last two pay-per-views, has managed to get victories over Adrian Flynn, Andrew Sullivan, Jacob Cass, and Ray De La Morte, a name that we've actually not saw since that loss. Bryson Teller is a man of many wins, and he does have the championship for a reason. We are in the main event, Doodle. You missed our opening bout, Ben Day Sung versus Fenton Ferris. We then saw the one-on-one matchup, Celeste versus Celeste versus Alexis Slater. Alexis was able to get the win. Then we were supposed to see Deacon Price take on the Carnival of Chaos, but before the match could get underway, Andre Robinson decided to attack Deacon Price and took over in the match, and the booking committee allowed that to happen, and it ended up being Andre Robinson taking on the Carnival of Chaos, and he made short work of the mime and the clown.
Jacob Cass tagging in Andrew Sullivan. They got something in store here. Oh man, a knee enziguri combo to Rhett Bishop. And then Northern Lights suplex brings down one half of the tag team champions, Andrew Sullivan, going for a pin.
If you have to think about this Sunday and you have to consider what we are going to see, you're seeing good quick tags. Oh.
Oh, Silver Stampede. Only 3 minutes into the match. Jacob Cass going for the pin there. Ronnie Hawthorne breaks it up. I have to say, for his first time teaming up with the Stallions, that was an impressive tag team finisher from Jacob Cass. It's just too bad he wasn't able to get the pin on that.
You have to think that if High Rise is not paying close attention to their opponents, if they keep kind of overlooking the Stallions, that could hurt them this Sunday in a match as chaotic as a ladder match. There is no rules other than you got to climb that ladder and take the belt down. Anything goes. Weapons allowed. It's destructive. There's no man that comes out the same as he went in. It's just like any other high-risk match that you can see in a professional wrestling ring. And those 12-foot of steel rungs, they're unforgiving. Just ask Joey Mercury about it.
Absolutely.
And you have to think that if High Rise isn't taking the Stallions taking them seriously, it could be the end of their reign very prematurely, I would have to say.
You think that Silence and Flint Finkel are riding for the right time and the right person?
Maybe they're the Russell Ryan Clowns.
Very well could be. A couple of clowns.
A mime, a jester, and a bald clown.
Yeah. There you go. Bryson Teller is now the legal man in the ring. You saw a power slam onto Adrian Flynn. But as we were talking about, this Saturday, Stairway to Stardom, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time. It is going to be one heck of a show. But yes, that tag team match, no disqualifications. A ladder match. Weapons are allowed. I can't tell if that's something that High Rise needs to be aware of or the Stallions, because we know that High Rise is willing to play dirty. They're willing to fight with weapons and to do whatever it takes to retain their championships.
Adrian with a 2 count on the regional champion, that would have been quite shocking. Listen, I heard. Those are your clients.
Big splash from Bryson Teller.
Mythos Technology, you're who's funding their contracts? Oh my gosh, that is a revelation. No wonder we saw Finkel get to come back with Silence. But I will tell you this. Main hit, once you take over, yeah. I heard that when they were doing the auditions for the new Pennywise and the It movie, that Russell auditioned, but they told him it would be too scary.
Those It movies were awfully scary. Russell. Oh, bud, that was bad. It was so bad. Poor Russell. But here we see it. Lock it up. Jacob Cass, Bryson Teller taunted him, said get in the ring, and then he tagged in Ronnie Hawthorne to get beat on by Jacob Cass. What a slimy move from Bryson Teller. The match that everybody wants to see, Jacob Cass versus Bryson Teller, so Jacob Cass can get his hands on the Titans regional champion. And then he tagged out. Slimy move from Bryson Teller there.
Slimy move, but he knows what he's doing. You ain't going to see those two lock up until there's dollars on the line. And, I mean, the winner's purse here is not compared to what it's going to be at Stardom.
Brett Bishop distracting Jacob Cass. Ronnie Hawthorne taking advantage and clotheslining him from behind, taking him down to the mat. See that kick right to the gut. Ronnie Hawthorne not afraid to play dirty. That's what I was talking about. I'm almost fearful for the Stallions because, you know, they're going to play it by the rules. There are no rules, but they don't fight dirty. High Rise, they're more than willing to.
Jacob Cass, the roll up here. We're going to see it here. That's almost a 2 count before Ronnie Hawthorne was able to kick out.
Brett Bishop got in the ring, but he didn't even need to because as soon as he got in, he was able to kick out. Jacob Cass taking that momentum, turned back around. He was going to do something. Ronnie Hawthorne with the reversal slings Cass into the corner and vicious clothesline. Andrew Sullivan and Adrian Flynn are dying to get in this match, but Ronnie Hawthorne's got all the control right now.
I will tell you the only people that have the right to hire and fire are the booking committee. I'm still not sure why they hired you, but they've made some weird decisions like allowing someone to take over the broadcast for the first month of our show only to show up and attack Ronan. But we'll see that paid off this Saturday at Stairway to Stardom when we get to see Ronan versus her mystery attacker, the woman who cost her chance at the Women's Championship and barely squeaked out a victory over her, Yenne.
Jacob Cass taking back over. Brett Bishop was able to get the tag in. Now we're seeing Jacob Cass Irish whip into the rope. He's going to go for something there. Hurricanrana. What a nice save there after almost lost some of that momentum going in the other direction. But Jacob Cass had a plan. Slings him into the corner with a nice drop kick. Brett Bishop kicks him in the face though.
Oh, Brett Bishop with a roll up here. 1 count. 2 count. Jacob Cass rolls over.
And back over again.
And back again. Over. But everything is so chaotic. The Stallions are in the ring.
Everything's breaking down. The Stallions are fighting High Rise out towards the sides of the hard cam. Jacob Cass got Red Bishop outside.
You know who wasn't in that scramble? Bryson Tiller.
Bryson Tiller outside the ring, playing it safe, making sure that he keeps a good head on his shoulders and stays healthy for his main event match. Like we were talking about earlier, Bryson Tiller knows that he is the marquee match for Stairway to Stardom. He's not going to put himself in any danger if he doesn't have to.
And now we get to see a matchup I cannot wait to see. High Rise's Brett Bishop versus Adrian Flynn. I am begging the booking committee to give us this one-on-one at some point in the future. I've got to see these two technical masterminds go one-on-one with each other. Adrian with a sliding knee there to his opponent's knee, taking him out. But that beautiful drop kick. Adrian's been in the gym a little bit himself. He's picked up some new moves. I'm not used to seeing him throw a drop kick. And that one made Ronnie Hawthorne crumble.
Almost a 3 count. Bryson Tiller even got in to break it up.
Oh my gosh. Stomping that arm. Adrian, as always, working over a body part. Oh my gosh.
Sling blade into a drop kick there. Adrian Flynn has got the momentum. 10 minutes have elapsed in this match. It has been absolutely wild.
Armbar.
So chaotic.
Armbar. Armbar. One of Jericho's 1004 holds. The armbar.
I think that made up quite a bit of his list, didn't it?
Yep. Code Red, you're going to have to tell me where you left off at. What was the last thing you saw? And we'll get you filled in, my friend. Because I'm not quite sure where we've been, but we are in the main event here. You've missed a chaotic, action-packed 6-man tag. We've got Ronnie Hawthorne in the ring after Brett Bishop tuck-tailed and ran away from the technical masterpiece that is one half of the Silver Stallions, Adrian Flynn. The two technical masterminds, I just want to see them in a submission match. Listen, I will give up a week's pay to see that. I'll put my pay on the line as the winner's person just for that submission match.
I think that would be absolutely amazing.
Adrian Flynn continuing to work it over Ronnie Hawthorne. Polk calls him in. Adrian with that kick, knee, kick, leg sweep. Oh my God.
What a combo from Adrian Flynn, but we've seen quite a few of those from Flynn. He is very skilled when it comes to stringing together some of those melee moves against his opponents. Ronnie Hawthorne, huge contrast there between him and Flynn. Flynn with tons of different melee strikes. Ronnie Hawthorne with one quick strike right to the jaw, laying out Adrian Flynn. Ronnie Hawthorne fired up now.
I'm not. I mean, they are definitely not new. High Rise is our tag team champions. Jacob Cass and Bryson Teller are the main event of our upcoming show, and then obviously you see the Silver Stallions. You probably haven't seen High Rise much because once they won the tag titles, they decided they didn't want to be on the weekly show if the winner's purse wasn't high enough.
Yeah, they've defended once. They have defended once. They've had a couple of matches. However, they went on vacation this past month after winning the championships because that was more important, I guess, is getting their spa days and their beach time in, I guess.
They have one title defense against Major Artillery after Major Artillery won a number one contenders match against the Tennessee Tens. But now we will see this High Rise have to put those tag titles up. High Rise, the tag team champions here and Titans of the Ring, they made their choices. They didn't want to be on the weekly show. They wanted to go on vacation. They defended one time, and now they've got their second title defense at the grandest stage of them all. And they're going to have to climb a ladder to keep those belts.
Yeah, they said, hey, we are going to aim higher and go up that ladder and take the championships because they know that the Silver Stallions aren't quite the top rope climber.
Oh my gosh, Adrian with that roll through sling blade into a drop kick. So you can't lose the belt if you don't wrestle.
That's true. That is very true.
Russell Ryan presents nothing. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Your main event is in the ring.
Jacob Cass going after Bryson Teller. Oh my gosh, that clothesline takes down Bryson Teller. Red Bishop distracted Jacob Cass. Bryson Teller is going to take advantage. That drop kick to Bryson Teller couldn't even bring that behemoth down to the mat. Bryson Teller quick on his feet and a big boot right to the temple.
Oh my gosh, Bryson Teller absolutely putting in the work against his opponent this Saturday. I can't believe these two are willing to go at it and not save it for when everything's on the line.
Tagging in Ronnie Hawthorne, Bryson Teller savoring this moment from the apron. Ronnie Hawthorne in control currently. Oh, Jacob Cass getting back into it with a combo, a flurry of kicks, and a super kick right to the jaw. Brings down the tag team champion. Flatliner.
Wanting to send a message, let folks know what to expect. I mean, you'd think after Beat the Heat, we'd know what to expect between these two. But I will tell you this. Jacob Cass hitting two 450 splashes in that main event. Not able to get the win over Bryson Teller that night. Bryson Teller coming out as your Titans regional champion. But what could happen if he hits this move, the Down in Flames?
Down in Flames on Ronnie Hawthorne. Brings him down to the mat. Jacob Cass goes for a punch.
Unable to get it, but he's tired. He's winded.
Punches him again. Red Bishop having to reverse, having to drop down off the mat to keep out of Jacob Cass's clutches. Jacob Cass takes advantage and pins Ronnie Hawthorne.
That's what you have to believe. The Down in Flames. Look how long Ronnie Hawthorne was out. Jacob Cass hits that move. Does he win the championship?
I think he does. And a momentous victory for Stallions University, bringing these three together.
Look at the face of Adrian Flynn, that crimson mask he's donning.
The unity of these three is a beautiful sight to see. They have all the momentum going into Stairway to Stardom now.
Speaking of Stairway to Stardom, this Saturday, July 29th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss it. You see the beautiful tag belts hanging above the ladders. You see that Titans Regional Championship, and you hear that theme song. That is Stay This Way. We cannot wait to present this show. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic event. But here's what we can tell you is going to happen at Stairway to Stardom. We are going to see a number one contenders tag match. Major Artillery taking on the Tennessee Tens in a opening bout tag match. We do know that this one will go on first.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Alexa Slater is in fact on the card. This is a last minute addition versus Mascara Olada. Alexis gets her chance to go on to the biggest show, Stairway to Stardom. That's going to be a fantastic bout, and you've got to hope that Alexis can pull that one out and continue on trying to get her way to the Women's Championship.
It's happened. The booking committee has made it official. A three-way dance. Fenton Ferris versus Andre Robinson versus Deacon for that illustrious Twitch championship. So he has been added to the match.
Cara D'Agata will be taking on
Lacey LaBelle. We've not yet seen Lacey LaBelle in Titans of the Ring, but I guess that's Cara D'Agata's opponent. We'll have to see her for the first time ever in Titans of the Ring this Saturday. And Russell Ryan reveals his client at Stairway to Stardom. I gotta say, I'm really curious to see who it is that Russell Ryan is going to be backing at Stardom.
In a tag team ladder match, Silver Stallions versus Hyros for the Titans Tag Team Championships. This is the bout. I'm telling you all right now. You do not want to miss this Tag Team Championship match. The blood feud between these two, it's at a fever pitch and we're ready to go. But speaking of a blood feud that's at a fever pitch, Ronan versus Enyo, Titans Women's Championship. Those beautiful belts back behind them. Oh my gosh, that beautiful Women's Championship. You know Ronan wants to get her hands on it. But that is what it's all about. That's what every man here in Titans fights for. That regional championship. Jacob Cass, Bryson Tiller. The main event. The third meeting of these two. Jacob Cass has a victory. Bryson Tiller has a victory. Who is going to walk out your regional champion?
But yes, everyone, please, we want to see you there on July 29th, Saturday. This Saturday, Stairway to Stardom. We want to see you there. It's going to be an amazing show. It is everything that we've been building up to since May. And before that, all the work put in by, well, as from us and our Titans of the Ring wrestlers.
You know, they've worked hard to get here. As we said tonight, we saw our biggest gate at the Sean Walton Junior High School before we move on to the Titans Complex in Pikeville, Kentucky. It's going to be the most insane opportunities that we've seen. We know that the house for Stairway to Stardom has already sold 1,500 tickets. It's massive. That's more than double of what we even saw here at Sean Walton. And I just can't wait. I'm hot for the Ronan Enyo match. Ronan has everything she needs to take care of this match. You know, is it about the championship or is it about getting her hands on Ronan?
I gotta say, after that attack last week on Alexis Slater, where she got herself disqualified, Enyo, it was like she saw a ghost. Ronan appeared in that white and gold gear, that mask, and she looked like demonic, ghostly, supernatural almost. And it was like Enyo saw a ghost. So it's this thing where I believe that after all the chaos, after the haunting that Enyo has done on the women's division, attacking everybody who could even challenge for her championship, I think it's time for Ronan to haunt Enyo. It's time for her to go on and take that women's championship away from her.
It's going to be a bout that you don't want to miss. Also, I do want to make the Carnival of Chaos my clients. We discussed at Mythos Tech and we all agree on it. Well, I mean, somebody's apparently paying for the contracts and we didn't know who it was. I mean, we knew that Silence had earned his own contract, but
Flint Finkel, you know, actually that makes a lot of sense for them to bring in Flint Finkel after the fact, after he lost his chance at a contract and he still shows up. somebody had to pay for it. So, Mythos, you got some splaining to do.
You do, my friend. But that main event, we'll come back to that in just a second. You don't want to miss the opportunity that the Silver Stallions have to take on their longtime rivals, the men who kept them from that championship. This feud goes all the way back to the early weeks of Titans of the Ring. It was the first time it's the only time we've not had a decisive victor or loser in a match, whether it be by DQ or ref stoppage, pinfall, or submission. There was a 20-minute time limit draw in week 3 of Titans, where we saw High Rise and Silver Stallions not be able to outdo each other. And then heading in to beat or Bluegrass Brawl in the main event tag team gauntlet, the Silver Stallions, unfortunately, had to enter first, and they lasted all the way. They lasted all the way to the last team. And before the match could officially start, High Rise attacked the Stallions.
Already worn down from 2 previous tag team matches against Major Artillery and the Tennessee Tens, High Rise attacked them. It was despicable, absolutely despicable, because the Silver Stallions had already competed. High Rise was fresh as daisies, and they still had to take the cheap shot.
We've never seen High Rise defeat the Stallions when it's been one-on-one. When they've had to stand across from each other, fresh and with nothing keeping them, or nothing that would cause any type of advantage for either team. And there has to be a winner this Saturday. There has to be a winner at Stairway to Stardom. That belt hangs 25 feet above the ring. We are going to see that ladder match. The Stallions, High Rise. You do not want to miss it. I cannot stress that enough.
I'm not going to miss it. There's no way that I'm going to miss it, and I hope you don't either.
Your paycheck's on the line. You've got to be there.
Yeah.
What is up, Dark Angel? Thank you for hopping in. We're at the tail end of our stream here. We've had an excellent night. We've saw 5 spectacular matches. You can catch the replay over on the YouTube. If you hit exclamation socials, you can find the link to the YouTube. The show will be up ASAP as we are on our way into Stairway to Stardom this Saturday. And we're going to take just a few moments to discuss the main event.
Yes.
Bryson Tiller, Jacob Cass, the third meeting of the two men.
Titans of the Ring's regional championship is on the line in the main event. Bryson Tiller takes on Jacob Cass. And like you said, this is the third time that we've seen them meet in the ring. Beat the Heat. In the finals of the tournament, we saw Bryson Tiller go on to defeat Jacob Cass for that regional championship. Just earlier tonight in the main event, we saw them briefly in the ring together in the 6-man tag match between the Stallions University, Adrian Flynn, Andrew Sullivan, and Jacob Cass. They took on High Rise, Rhett Bishop, Ronnie Hawthorne, and then Bryson Tiller.
I think you're forgetting one meeting.
They had a televised meeting.
The week heading in to Beat the Heat, there is one blemish on the record of the regional championship. It's the only
loss he has.
The only time his shoulders have been pinned to the mat. And that was due to a Hurricane Rana by Jacob Cass catching him off guard. And he was not able to break the pinfall. So we are going to get to see everything come to a head.
July 29th, this Saturday, please come out and watch Stairway to Stardom.
You do not want to miss it. We will be going live at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time for a pre-match show where we will take your questions. So come ready. Anything that you want to ask, you can ask about any particular wrestler. You can ask about our methodology. How do we go about producing these shows? You can ask everything but things if we don't know it, we're going to tell you we don't know. So don't come asking if we know who Russell Ryan's client is. I still don't know why he's got a contract.
I'm not quite sure either.
But, yeah, no, it is not presented by Russell Ryan. It's presented by K2 Gaming, Mythos Technology, and the wonderful Fairly Grim Design Company. Remember to reach out to Fairly Grim for all of your design needs. And remember that when you are a part of the Rising, you too are a Titan on the rise. We will see you Saturday. Be there or be square. You don't want to miss it. 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. Watch the Twitch. Watch the Twitter. You have to see the main event. You've got to see this card. It's the biggest event in Titans. The show will change everything, as Russell says, maybe not for the better where it comes from him, but we are going to see lives changed. We're going to see people fight for championships. We're going to see people earn their opportunity at new championships. You cannot miss it. Someone walks out with a Twitch championship. Someone will walk out with a regional. Someone will walk out with the women's, and someone will walk out with a tag. You don't want to miss this. 5:30 pre-show. Any questions you may have, 6 o'clock bell time. Don't miss it. See you there. Peace.